What up, everybody? Danny here, bringing you the MagSorc build for the Waking Flames patch. A lot of new CP changes. Not much to the build though, but lots of new CP that really helps Sorc out as far as tankiness wise and sustain. So let's just go ahead and get into the character sheet. This is Death Dealer's feat. Right now I do not have a full 30 stack. I'll get that and show you, but let's just look at the recoveries base. 2100 mag, 960 stam, 2800 spell damage on buffed. It's real nice. Good stats all around. Now if I go and buff up to a 30 stack real quick, I'm at 21, 22. Let's just get that up to 30 real quick. Really quickly put a curse on them so it like lasts, so I stay in combat. Alright, that should be a 30 stack right there. Alright, let's take a look at this character sheet. So 46k, 0.3k mag on the front bar, 27.8 health, but that health also goes up with hardened ward now, so 29.8 health, 21k max stam, 2100 mag and stam recovery, and if I hit a degen and a tri-stat, this is fully buffed. Let me hear. This is fully buffed stats right here. That's what it should look like. 3,400 spell damage almost, 22% crit. And yeah, 2,600 mag recovery with the tri-stat and 1,200 stam recovery with the tri-stat. So that's fully buffed stats. So it's pretty money, man. This patch, the stats are really money. Going down, food is the sugar skulls. These are best in slot, I feel like. Just gives me everything I need. Max health, max stam, max mag. The health recovery really doesn't matter for me because I am also Vamp 3. Vamp is really nice on Sorc right now. I made this change about halfway through last patch when I realized that everyone and their mothers was a vampire out in Cyrodiil. And even the stam classes were running on death passive, and I always figured that you couldn't sustain it on Sorc really well because the shields are so expensive, but I found a way around that just off switching up the glyphs and whatnot. So yeah, I'm Vamp 3. It increases the cost of your abilities by 8%, but this doesn't really matter because I have adjusted my recovery accordingly to make up for this. As far as race goes, I've tested like 5-6 different races in the last 2-3 weeks just to see what I like to play. I haven't played High Elf in 9 months, so I'm just back on High Elf playing that right now. And High Elf is really strong, especially since we've been given so much sustain in the CP tree for Sorc right now. I'm running a High Elf, so it's really good. But with Vamp 3, Breton is probably best in slot. You just get the recovery, the cost mitigation, and the 7% cost mitigation, and spell resistance is really good. So Breton, High Elf, Dark Elf, it doesn't really matter. They're all really good. Khajiit is really good. Get a lot more damage from that crit damage. Khajiit's very good. Everything is like all the races are pretty much equivalent. So it's to each his own at this point. But I'm just testing High Elf right now. Potions, I'm using degen, so I'm using tri-stat potions, which is nice. I'm a lot tankier now using tri-stats. I don't notice the loss in the major crit buff. I really don't. Getting into the gear starting from the top. Inferno Staff of Ancient Grace, Sharpened Shock, similar as last patch, just the best 3-piece in the game for MagSorc. Can't really beat it. Everything scales off mag, your shield, your damage, everything. So I love Ancient Grace. Restoration Staff of Ancient Grace, defending. Defending needs to be the trait. Like, you don't really have much resistance because you're in 5 light. So you need to get that resistance from here at least. So you can get to at least 20k resistance. So defending is the trait you want. These are still my favorite poisons. I've tried a bunch of different poisons here, a bunch of different cheese, and these are the ones I keep coming back to just because it keeps them off your back when you're getting zerged down. Like, you just just resto poke someone's forehead like that. Put your shield up, hopefully it procs, and you get some immovability for 4.4 seconds, which is really nice, and you can root them for 4.4 seconds, so I really like that. Getting into the armor, what we're running this patch is One Piece Magma Incarnate's Mask from the new Dreadseller dungeon. This is so good, man. Like, mag recovery, 1 line, stam recovery, 1 line. It's so damn good. Like, if I take this off, I have 1947 mag recovery, 800 stam recovery. I put this on, I go from 1947 to 2115 mag recovery and from 804 to 963 stam recovery. So it's essentially giving me 170 mag and stam recovery. That's money. I really like that. Going down, so one tri-stat there, well fitted. The build is 6 well fitted, 1 reinforced. I go reinforced on the heavy. Trainee, I have 2 trainee on. So the shoulder and the chest. All well fitted, and then crafty on the body, similar to last patch. I just find this to be my favorite way to play Sorc, just all max mag. Can't really beat it. All well fitted, so 6 well fitted for the 30% roll dodge and 30%, or no, 36% roll dodge and 36% sprint reduction, which is really nice. Jewelry, Necklace of Ancient Grace, first one, infused tri-stat recovery to keep my stam recovery where I want it to be, around 950-ish is what you're looking for on Sorc. That's where I find a sweet spot. 900 to 950-ish is a money spot on stam recovery for Sorcerer without any buffs up like Continuous and tri-stat and whatnot. Mythic I'm using is Death Dealer's Feet this patch. I just infused mag recovery. I really love what it does. I mean, it's giving you like 3k health, mag, and stam. Giving you the bigger shield, giving you the more stam for the roll dodges, and the more health just to stay alive. Can't beat that. You can go Malakath for more damage, obviously. Sithis is a great option too. It's very defensive, but you would probably have to switch around to Glyph or 2 to get your damage back, because you do lose a little bit of damage running Sithis, because you're not getting this mag. This 3k mag. And then last but not least, infused mag recovery on the crafty Alpha ring. I have chosen infused over arcane because I want my mag. I like with Vamp 3 to have my mag recovery around 2,000 plus. The more the better. I was with Breton and 2,000 mag recovery. I felt good. With High Elf and 2,000 mag recovery, I felt pretty good. Not as good because I don't want to dark deal as much when I'm in combat. I would like to just have my mag recovery be nice in general, so now it's at 2148 with these infused glyphs, and I really like that. And my max mag pool is great anyways with Death Dealers. It goes up to 46.3 on the front bar, 45.5 on the back bar, so it's like not really getting anything out of just running all arcane. I'd rather have my recoveries be where I want them. So yeah, those are the traits and glyphs on everything. 6 well fitted, 511, 1 tri-stat glyph on the body, yep. And going into the skills, only one change this patch. Elemental weapon is the spammable. This is money. I would advise getting used to it over Crushing Shock because it just synergizes so much better with Sorc. Elemental weapon overload is OP as hell. It just gives you more burst, which is what you're looking for on Sorc. Quick burst damage is what Sorc is all about. The one change is I dropped Fury for Degeneration. Degeneration gives you major sorcery, so I can now run tri-stats instead of having to run spell powers. Fury is just so hit or miss for me, man. It's like if they have a cleanse, they can just cleanse it right off. Half the time, people are so damn tanky, especially this patch, that you're never going to get into that execute range half the time anyways for it to pop up. And the beauty of Degen is not only it gives you major sorcery, but this passive right here, Might of the Guild and Mage's Guild. So casting a Mage's Guild ability grants you Empower, increasing the damage of your light and heavy attacks by 40% for 3 seconds. So let's take a look. If I pop a spell power right there so you can see the overload tooltip. Overload right now is at 12.7. Now I pop a Degen. Overload is now at 16.5. So this really helps your overload take down tankier targets. Gives you 4k damage on that tooltip. It buffs the hell out of it, so it's nice. The combo looks something like this when you have overload and degen on. You go overload degen, elemental weapon overload, overload elemental weapon, overload degen, overload frag. So that's basically the combo right here. Looking something like this. So yeah, that's what it is. And then when you don't have overload, you just want to keep degen up for the major sorcery every 23 seconds or whatever. Moving on, streak is the spammable, your offensive defensive stun. You can use it in both situations. Streak them to get away, stun them in place, get away, streak them on offense to kill them. It's money. Haunting Curse got to be there. This is your burst skill. Crystal Frags, this knocks their head off. Gotta love this. Hit it on proc when you hear the sound. And then overload, this one does hella damage, helps you take out multiple targets if they're a little squishier, and even helps you against the tankier targets. Ice Comet works really well too, man. I used it in my last video and it was doing the job. Back bar, healing ward. I tried regen. I gave it another chance for like the 50th time. And it's just not good enough, man. The heal is so weak on sword compared to other classes that it just doesn't stack well. Healing ward gives you the shield. You already have 2 shields right here. And you just, what you want to do is you want to put the healing ward, or the hardened ward up, roll dodge healing ward. And then if shit's hitting the fan, you go hardened ward up, roll dodge healing ward, streak out of there, and you should be good to go health-wise. Um, Moving on, dampen magic for the secondary shield when you're under serious pressure. Really, I only keep hardened up, but dampen's good to keep up with you're under serious pressure as well. Boundless storm for the speed and mobility, or the mobility and the defense buff. Dark conversion for the sustain. Hardened ward is your primary shield. Now hardened ward is giving us this passive right here got changed. Expert summoner. Increase your max health by 8% while you have a Daedric summoning ability active on yourself. So previously, I think last patch, it was if you have a Daedric summoning ability active, and it was only counting like the bird and the like if you had bird out, Atro or Clanfear or whatever. So we weren't getting that 8% health, but now if you put Hardened War up and bar swap, my HP just went from 25.2 to 26.8. But it's only for the duration of the ward, so you want to make sure your ward's always up. So Hardened Ward, bar swap, and you'll see it. So yeah, we get a little more health, so that's nice for Sorc. Definitely a buff right there. And then defensive ulti is Temporal Guard. I mean, this is giving you an extra damage shield by blocking, which is nice. And it just the beauty of Temporal Guard is the fact that you can get out of life or death situations, and more importantly, while slotted, you gain minor protection, reducing the damage taken by 5%. I mean, I really notice. I notice the hell out of that 5% when I take it off. So I like having it on the bar. I just feel a lot tankier with it, especially since I'm vampire and everything. Just stacks all that mitigation up. So yeah, we got into the skills. Moving into the CP, we got green CP. That's all up to you. That's role play. I'm just gonna talk about blue and red. Couple changes here with all the new additions. Get all the passives, non-slottables, like those. They're all important. Like there's no order of importance there. Just get them all, like if you can. I'm just going to talk about the slottables. The slottables I'm using are Mastered Arms, increases direct damage by 10%. That's money. Everything you do is direct damage. Increasing Deadly Aim, increasing direct damage done by single target by 10%. Everything I do is single target. And a new one, Ironclad. This one is so money, man. Reduces your damage taken by 10% from all direct damage. I've chosen this over the crit resist CP because it's just like I can stack this with Duelist Rebuff, and I'm taking 20% less damage from almost all single target attacks. Taking 20% less damage from in-cap, surprise attacks, just the things that really give you problems on Sorc. You could honestly go, like, you could switch Duelist Rebuff out for maybe Unassailable to reduce AoE damage, like the Leaps, the Blast Bones, the what is it, the Beetles, all that stuff. You might get away with that, but I'll keep Ironclad off. The flex spot here is definitely Duelist Rebuff. You could go Duelist Rebuff, you could go Resistance here, but I just like stacking these two. I just find that better. Yeah, so that's the blue CP tree. Now going into the red CP, 2 CP from last patch have made the cut. Those are Bastion and Arcane Alacrity. Bastion is so money, increases the effectiveness of your shields and your damage against shielded enemies by 15%. We love that. Everything we do is shields on defense. Arcane Alacrity really synergizes well with the whole roll dodge playstyle. While under the effects of a damage shield, dodge rolls reduced by 800. So if we look at the character sheet right now, my dodge roll is 1976 at base. I put a damage shield up. My dodge roll is 1272. Take a look at my stam recovery with the tri-stat up. It's 1200. So essentially, I got a shield up. I'm dodge rolling. In 2 seconds, my stam is right back up. So I have like infinite stam sustain out here. Like it's pretty good. I mean, we're rolling forever. Back to the CP. The 2 new ones I've decided to slot are, first and foremost, Sustained by Suffering. This is essentially, so Rejuvenation over here got a little nerf. It went down from getting giving you 150 health, mag, and stam at all times to 90, so it's got a big nerf there. Sustained by Suffering, however, is now giving you 150 health, mag, and stam recovery while under the effects of a negative effect. Well, in Cyrodiil, you always have a negative effect on you, so, I mean, this is definitely better than Rejuvenation, unless you're like a Templar and you have to use Cleanse and whatnot, but this is money on MagSorc, so it pushes up your stam recovery by 200, your mag recovery by 200 in combat while under a negative effect, which is almost all the time. Just make sure to keep your Mystic Tenacity down. I like to keep it at 20, not 10, but probably keeping it at 10 would be better. I don't know. I just keep it here. I don't know. I haven't changed it. But the last CP is my favorite that they've added, honestly, for MagSorc, is Refreshing Stride. While sprinting, you gain 500 health and mag recovery, man. That is so damn good. That's like Torque Tonal Constancy at all times is procced when you're sprinting. If you stand still on MagSorc, you're a sitting duck. So really, when you're outnumbered, you're always sprinting. You're always kiting. So if you want to take a look at my recovery right now, so it is 2.6 with 2.6k right now with the tri-stat up. Now with Refreshing Stride, I'm getting back from 30 to 33.2, from 33.2 to 36.3. I'm getting about 3.2k mag recovery without continuous and whatnot. So that'll only go up by another 20%. So with continuous, I'm getting back another like 3.8k recovery on MagSorc. That's just crazy, man. For sprinting, I'm already in 6 well fitted, so my sprint cost is reduced by 36%. Let alone the all the armor like passives that are reducing sprint and whatnot. So I mean, look how fast the mag goes up. Like the mag is just flying up, and that's without even a tri-stat proc. It's really crazy. I'm really enjoying that one. I feel like I have infinite sustain in Cyrodiil right now. But that's just what I would use for open world. In duels and whatnot, I would drop Refreshing Stride. And I would probably go, for duels, I would most likely go Relentlessness. Being stunned or feared causes you to gain major protection for 3 seconds. Because typically after the stun or fear, the big burst damage is on the way. And this is helping you mitigate that. But in open world, I personally prefer recovery over mitigation because you can get away with not having major protection. I mean, I can get away with that, but if I'm running out of resources, then I'm in trouble. So Refreshing Stride really has been a nice little CP change up for me, but yeah, that's all I got for y'all for this patch right now. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope